fastest known times, FKTs, on these huge, iconic peaks.
And when you talk iconic, Mount Everest obviously comes top of mind. 8,848 meters. It's the ultimate benchmark.
Exactly. And an FKT, for anyone maybe not fully familiar, it's basically the speed record for a specific route. Think race against the clock, but, on a mountain.
And on Everest, it's not just about getting to the top. Adding that speed element, it transforms the challenge. It becomes this incredible test of human limits against the mountain itself.
Which is exactly why we're diving in today. Our mission, really, is to unpack this upcoming Everest FKT attempt. It's happening spring 2025 with two, frankly, elite mountaineers, Tyler Andrews from the US and Karl Egloff from Ecuador. We want to look at their background, some of the data behind their past climbs, and of course the current record they're both gunning for.
And it's a specific kind of attempt we need to highlight. They're both going for a non-stop ascent and descent from the Nepali base camp summit and back. And maybe the biggest piece here, no supplemental oxygen at all.
That detail just makes the current record seem even more, monumental. It stands at 20 hours and 24 minutes, set way back in 1998 by Kaji Sherpa, also without oxygen.
And even that record broke Mark Bittard's time of 22 hours from 10 years earlier.
So this 20-hour, 24-minute time, it's held for over 2 decades now. Why do you think it's been so tough to beat?
That's the big question, isn't it? The fact it's stood so long really suggests Everest is just different, even compared to other 8,000ers. So you've got the extreme altitude, obviously, then the unpredictable weather, the sheer technical difficulty, especially high up in the death zone. Maintaining that kind of pace without O2, it's incredibly difficult.
Okay, let's dig into the climbers then. Starting with Tyler Andrews. His recent climbs, they almost look like a calculated build-up for this Everest attempt.
Absolutely. You can sort of see the progression.
Okay.
His recent speed records give us some solid data on his fitness and how he's preparing.
Like Manaslu. That was September 2024, right?
Manaslu, another 8,000-meter peak. He set the FKT there. 9 hours, 52 minutes. Just incredible speed.
Under 10 hours on Manaslu.
It really is. It speaks volumes about his engine, his high-altitude capability.
And then just a couple of months later, November, he was on Amadablam.
Right, Amadablam, which is technically quite demanding, lots of rock and ice.
And he set a record there, too.
He did. Base camp to summit in 3 hours, 52 minutes, 33 seconds. The whole round trip was 6 hours, 20 minutes, 30 seconds.
So Manaslu for the pure altitude endurance, Amadablam for the technical skill at speed. Seems like smart preparation.
Exactly. It suggests he's honing efficiency across different types of terrain, which you definitely need on Everest. That mix of climbing, the speed shows his cardio is top-notch and he can handle that rapid ascent stress.
And then there was Aconcagua, too, during his winter prep. Highest peak outside Asia.
Ascent and descent of the normal route in 4 hours, 35 minutes, and 20 seconds. So you see this pattern across different altitudes, different conditions. It paints a pretty convincing picture of his readiness.
He even announced it publicly, didn't he? Project Himalaya, Run Everest. Very clear about aiming for that unassisted world record in May 2025. Okay, so that's Andrews. Now, let's talk about Karl Egloff. His whole philosophy seems centered around these non-stop round-trip records.
That's right. For him, it's about the complete journey, start to finish, done as fast and efficiently as possible.
And he apparently had some kind of forced break recently, which sounds like he used it to really zero in on this Everest goal.
That seems to be the case. Indications are this Everest attempt isn't just another project for him. He's called it his dream of my life.
A really interesting part of Egloff's attempt is his partnership with Nico Miranda. They've been friends and climbing partners for, 17 years?
A very long time. They've been rope partners, done record attempts together, big expeditions.
What does that kind of deep history mean when you're attempting something this extreme?
Oh, it's huge. In high-altitude mountaineering, that kind of trust, that seamless teamwork, it can literally be life or death. They'll understand each other's limits, how they react under pressure, without even needing to communicate much. Miranda's role, just being there, supporting, it'll be vital for Egloff.
There was that story about Miranda suggesting they run up Cotopaxi back in 2012 in high mountain speed mode.
Right. It kind of shows where this all started for them, that early experience with speed climbing. It likely shaped Egloff's whole approach.
And they proved they can work together at extreme altitude on Makalu. Right, another 8,000er.
Exactly. Yep. Makalu, 8,485 meters. They did it in 17 hours and 18 minutes. That's concrete proof they function incredibly well as a team way up high. It's a really significant indicator for Everest.
So you've got these two guys, Tyler Andrews, Karl Egloff, both incredibly accomplished, peak fitness, different paths maybe, but the same massive goal. Everest FKT, no O2.
It really sets the stage for a potentially historic spring season on Everest.
And just reminding ourselves, that record they're chasing, Kaji Sherpa's 20 hours, 24 minutes, it stood for over 20 years.